Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. Oh, my tag's gone round. This is beautiful. I love this bag. I love it because it's big and it's tall and it holds gorgeousness in it. And I've made some of my own sort of shredded paper here as well. And I wanted to make this box. Now, it was inspired by a few things. I asked my team recently if they could only use one stamp set and one die or punch, what would they use? And, you know, lots of people came up with things, but quite a few said Broadway bound, which is the suite that this comes from, this gorgeous paper. And so I just kind of thought, you know what, I love it. I'm going to go with that because it's not a paper I play with very often. I love it, but it's not one I kind of passed all the birthday things at this point in time in the year, and it's, you know, the next ones aren't until April. But I love it, and I'm, you know what, our team, we say Poodlers rock, and we call each other rock stars and stuff. So that's why I went for that on there. So let me show you how to make it. So you need your paper to be 12 by 12 inches, 30 by 30 centimetres, and we're going to score it this way round, so it's the right way up. Otherwise you're going to end up with your candles being the wrong way round. Don't worry about writing any of the measurements down, they will all be on my blog. Click open the description bar and you can go and see it there. So, and you can even watch the video with the instructions underneath. But on this side we're going to score it at 2 7/8 of an inch, 5 3/4, 8 5/8 of an inch, and 11.5 inches. And in metric that's 7, 14, 21 and 28. And then turn it to the right so that your candles or your image are going that way. And score it at 2 7/8 of an inch again, which is 7 centimetres. And this time you're going to turn the paper over and score it at 9 1/8 of an inch, which is 23 centimetres. So the finished dimensions of it, 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 by 6 1/4 inches, or 7 by 7 by 16 centimetres. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is fold this one that's the wrong way round, because I want this beautiful, lovely lipstick colour to be on there. And then we're going to start folding the correct way now. Unroll that one, leave that one still folded, because I want to make sure that my score lines, I'm creasing everything properly. And it saves having to double crease, or double burnish I should say. Oof, that does not want to be creased. It's lovely thick paper. Okay, so there we go. So that's folded over. I am going to run some adhesive across it just to keep it in place. It doesn't actually really need it because it will resist and be happy to stay in place when you've made the box, but always better to be on the safe side. Okay, so that one's in place. Right, so I've got a couple of little bits to trim away. So this top corner where it didn't like being folded, I've cut that bit away, and then there's a skinny rectangle down at the bottom. Another one there, well, another part to cut there and there. And that's what I'm left with. So all of those parts have been separated. So I'm going to put some more adhesive down here. And fold it over, and those two sides in and the back, and peel off here. And I can see I've got a little bit gaping at the top, so I'm going to pop a glue dot in there in a second. So you can see that's where I folded it over. So I'm going to pop a couple of glue dots in there just to make sure it closes properly. feel like I'm doing surgery sometimes when I'm wielding my paper piercer and glue dots. Okay, so it needs some holes punching in. Now you could close it like that. I did, on this one I have got a very slight close because actually I added the crinkle that I've made afterwards. But to be honest, you don't need to. It just depends on whether you know how you want to close it or how you want to fill it. So I'm simply going to put in holes and I'm eyeballing them. That's about right. And the ribbon I've got, I did consider using the lovely lipstick but changed my mind. Decided no, I wasn't going to after all. And instead I'm just using the same classic weave Whisper White that I used before. And you know what, I probably should have cut them the same length to begin with, but I haven't, so I'm not going to take it out now, I won't get it back in. How long do we think that is? About that length? Yes, that'll do. It's where I find I end up with ribbons completely different lengths now. That would be me. Or handles, yeah, handles the wrong length. Why won't that go in? Why can't I get hold of it? My fingers are right there. There we go. Yeah, that's the kind of length I want. I have to make this one a lot shorter, aren't I? Oh well. It's handmade after all. Oh, for goodness sake, what happened there? But at least the length, at least the handles are the same length. Oh, for goodness sake. Trim off the grubby ends. Okay, and then find your front again. So, what I'm going to do now is a little bit of stamping, and I'm stamping onto coloured cardstock that I can't pick up. So I've got lovely lipstick again, and this set is the Darling Label Punch box set, which I love it so much. Really is amazing. And this one here says congratulations Rockstar. I've got another one that says happy birthday, one that says thanks, thinking of you, and hello. And I'm going to go happy birthday with this one. So onto a block, and I'm going to grab a black ink and just whichever one's handy, Memento. Nice crisp sharp black image, and then the matching punch, and my my 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Now I have got gold glimmer paper on the back of this one, except I have only got a full 12 by 12 sheet, and even I can't break into a full 12 by 12 sheet to cut a 1 3/4 inch circle, so I'm going for gold foil. Still looks just as fabulous, I think. So I'm going to punch a hole in here quite a way down because I want it to hide away, and I'm looking for my Whisper White thread, which is over on another shelf. It can't be because, yeah, I wonder where that's gone, because I'm having to break open a new one, and I know I don't need to break open a new one yet. That's odd. I wonder where I put it. I'm looking around my shelf while I'm opening this. Okay. So Whisper White. What did I call it? Linen thread? No, baker's twine. And it's got kinks in it, so I'm just going to run my fingernails down it, and it takes those kinks out. pull it through. Let me hunt for my front and back again. So here's the front. That's about the length I want it, so I'm going to tie a knot in this one. There we go. Again, trim off those ends. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of here, a couple of them. And where I've put the hole, it hangs quite a way down, it goes quite a way down, which means I will cover it and you won't notice it. So that's the bag completed. And if you want to put shrinkle crinkle stuff in, very simple. You start with a full sheet, well, you start with the length and grab your trimmer, and all I'm doing is I'm just going to line it up to this part here, so I get quite thin strips, and just backwards and forwards. They don't have to be perfect, they just thin little skinny bits. That's all you need to do, and you end up with a whole load of those. Rub them around in your hand, separate them a bit and stick them in the top of your bag. And that's how you end up with this. So you put your goodies and treats underneath and it looks rather lovely. At least I think so. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Let me put that back on there. Bye.